What's up, guys? Garrett here at BRX. Today we're going to be going over 4 stretches baseball players should avoid. First one is the anterior shoulder stretch. So with this one, what the athlete is looking to accomplish is to kind of stretch out the front of their capsule. So they might feel some tenderness, some tightness in their bicep tendon or even through the front of their pec. Instead of going after that last line of defense, they should probably look at what's going on the backside of their cuff. So some things that we can do instead that are actually going to be a lot more beneficial than stretching out the front of that capsule would be some kneeling ER wall holds. So working on that musculature all around the scap, or even like a split stance one arm ER shoulder with band. Okay, so those are going to be a lot more beneficial for strengthening and kind of relieving some of that tension, some of that pain in the front of the shoulder is actually looking on the backside. All right, guys, the second one is the partner anterior shoulder stretch. So this one's very similar to the first one, except this time we're actually gonna have the partner stand behind you. We commonly see this a lot at the yard where they take both hands and they pull it back behind your body. Again, so when an athlete does this, they're feeling some sort of tightness, maybe some pain, some tenderness in that front capsule. Again, we need to look at what's going on the backside, okay? So what can actually happen with the partner stretch is this forces us into what we call an anterior humeral glide. So essentially, the ball of our humerus will jam forward into the front of our socket, causing a lot of pain. Now, this is a really claustrophobic area of our body where we have ligaments, tendons, nerves, all that kind of stuff running through. So we want to stay away from that anterior glide as much as possible. Again, some good drills that might be beneficial would be like a prone one-arm ER liftoff, or again, the kneeling one-arm ER wall hold. The next one is external rotation stretch. So what a lot of athletes are looking to accomplish by this stretch is allowing for more ER, or what we know as layback, so that hand getting back during their pitch. Now, what this can do is also put a lot of stress on that shoulder joint in the way that we don't necessarily want. So instead of mobilizing the shoulder joint, we need to look closer at the body, think about mobilizing the thoracic spine, even the lats potentially. So a couple good exercises for this one would be like a kneeling T-spine rotation with band, bench T-spine mobilization, or any of our Y variations of arm care. All right, guys, the last one we're going to talk about today, which used to be a staple in every baseball player's program, would be the sleeper stretch. Okay, so essentially what we're trying to do here is regain internal rotation of our throwing arm by jamming the front of the hand down into the ground, keeping the elbow on the ground as well. Now, why this might be a bad idea is, again, we're putting a lot of stress on that shoulder capsule, which is a very delicate part of our body. So instead of trying to jam ourselves into IR to regain that, why don't we focus in on getting that internal rotation through strength training? So a good alternative to that might be a one-arm kettlebell row with rotation, where we're rotating that arm into internal rotation as we're lowering the kettlebell down to the ground. All right, guys, you're probably sensing a theme about right now that finding the solution to our pain points in our arm is not going to be done via static stretching, okay? So we want to look at the alternatives such as strengthening, even going into a more dynamic warm-up. You could even use your BRX plyo balls that you get with your BRX throwing program as well, okay? So main things here is let's go ahead and look at the root of the cause as to why am I getting pain in my shoulder, and not addressing the symptom as let's stretch the part that hurts. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to our pages, and make sure to comment on what you would like to explore next.